you guys. Today is March 24th, 2020. I am Overland, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. It is only Tuesday, and it feels like the longest week still, or yet, or now. I wanted to come in and just pop in on everybody and announce that I'm going to be doing these lives more consistently. Been saying that since last August, but better better late than never. And so the lives are going to go up at 8 a.m., 8 a.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m. So 8 a.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m. And so if you don't see a live, you can definitely give me hell either on my all of my social outlets or over the phone, whatever, however you want to keep me accountable. I'm asking you to keep me accountable. And if you've never done a live or if you've never tried to motivate somebody or a group of people, it is actually very hard. What makes me different about and what sets me apart from other people, that even though it's hard, and no matter how many times I mess up or fumble during the videos, what makes me different is that I will do it. I will do it with slow connection, mess up connection, pauses, all that. I don't. I used to be obsessed with perfection, that it should look a perfect way, or I should have a lot of things. The whole should. I hate that word now, but yeah, I would do that. And now, and anybody that's ever been around me or grew up with me knows that I don't um I don't do things to be perceived as perfect. Now, in my early, like between 18 to 24, when I was that age, yeah, I wanted to be perfect because I thought perfection was the way to show people show people how to be better. But I have since learned better, and that perfection, all it does is cause you low self-esteem, comparison. You are so hard on yourself when you want things to be perfect. Um, Now, that's not to say that you put out like junk stuff or you don't give your best effort. No, I'm not saying don't put in your best foot and don't go all in. I'm just saying that if you're struggling because you are a perfectionist, I would say study up and get around people that can show you how to do what you want. Maybe maybe with more quality rather than quantity, but give yourselves a break in the sense of thinking that everything has to be perfect. I think the best example I could say about that, um, that comes to mind, and I know this is counter to what I'm saying about perfection, but it popped up in my head, was that part on Remember the Titans, when the Balangi, or the Caucasian man, was telling, or coach was telling Denzel, you're killing the players. Um, they're they're just boys. Like, you're asking too much of them, you know. So if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it because you'll get what I'm saying. And then he was saying, like, I'm teaching them how to be men, not just football players. So I get why people go nuts at perfection, being perfectionists. I get it because it does require work discipline and a work ethic that is second to none. That's good. That's the good thing about being perfect or trying to get things to be perfect. But you have to give yourself grace. Like my bestie Carol always says, give yourself grace, forgive yourself. And I'm saying in the realm of being a perfectionist, like the bad downside of that is that when you falter or when you don't meet the goal or when you just think that you failed, you I know from personal experience of perfectionism, um, is that you just feel so crappy. And the last thing that any of us needs to feel, especially during these times, is more crappy because we think we have to be perfect. Um, so I'm gonna get off of that and just say, please, um, go all in, be all in, do what you can, but don't do it to the point where you're driving yourself nuts because you're so used to being a perfectionist. Like, don't do that. Um, I was talking about trust yesterday on Facebook Live and how I've learned since the earthquake that I have not legit been been trusting Heavenly Father with all the blessings that I've ever wanted and all the prayers that I've ever offered. I have not been trusting Him, and which is really sad to me. And I think that's why I took this week so hard because I've always prided myself as someone who's trusted Him. That's why I've always been or strive to be obedient, and so I'm still working on showing Him that I trust Him by my actions and being more humble and forgiving people and doing my part to lessen the stress in our house. Um, but as I was like going about my day today, I was like, man, the other reason why I wasn't really all in with trusting Heavenly Father was because I wasn't doing what I used to do when I gave the three phases of when I was at my highest in trusting Him. And the main word that came today was obedient. Obedience brings obedience brings miracles and exact obedience, whatever your religious beliefs are, exact obedience to me, and what I've seen and experienced. Exact obedience brings sorry, let me say that again. So obedience brings blessings, but exact obedience brings miracles. And so I was loving that with all this time that God has given us uh, by allowing us to be together with our families and really working on ourselves. That is my word for today: is check your obedience. Is your obedience spot on, or could you be better? And if you're not better, what is it that is distracting you to keep you disobedient? It's so easy, like I've found in the last year, that it's so easy to be lax, to be lazy, to make excuses, to justify me. I'm going to use me, justify why I haven't been keeping my promises to Heavenly Father. And it was no wonder why I freaked out when the earthquake happened, and I'm just barely like right now. So that was Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. It's almost gonna be a week since that happened, and it's no wonder why I was so full of anxiety and anger, was because I wasn't prepared, and at the time I wasn't at my top game of being obedient to Him prior to that. And now, so let's say you haven't been to church or you weren't going to church and then everything scared you straight. Let's say the corona scared you straight, the 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 earthquake has scared you straight, or you're blocking it because you don't want to admit that you are scared straight. What I would advise and suggest is that it's okay to be scared straight. It's better to be scared straight than to avoid it and do nothing and not change, not come closer to God. So I'm going to leave our message to that is that if you're scared straight, good for you. Good for you. If you're not a perfectionist, good for you. If you are struggling with knowing whether or not Heavenly Father will accept you right now, I'm telling you right now, He is waiting. His arms open, everything. He is waiting for you to humble yourself and get over yourself. Erica from Mary, that sister group, she, and I think I shared this before, she has an acronym for EGO, and she's like, anytime your ego is in anything, um, every time you're at the highest of your ego, like feeling yourself and all that, all you're doing is easing God out. So my invitation to you guys is don't ease God out of your life, ease Him into your life and into your heart, so that you can have more peace. So that if something bigger comes here in Utah or in your part of the world, that you're prepared and that you're secure and confident that He absolutely loves you. Absolutely loves you and wants you to be with Him. So, those are our thoughts today, guys. I love you. Remember, the videos are going to go up consistently starting tomorrow, 8 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 4 in the evening. And then if later in the evening I'm available, because I know a lot of you think I'm available all the time, I will post. But I love you. Get your exercise on. There's a bunch of people, couple jogging. I just came out because I was like, I need to breathe outside, and I don't have to worry about social distancing because ain't nobody here. But yes, please keep safe. Let's kill this coronavirus by staying home, and don't just stay home. Like, fix yourself, get yourself up. Don't don't just um, don't just waste the time away. This time to better yourselves and reach out to people. You never know who needs to be checked up on. Okay, as always, the DMs are open and my phone number if I know you. Okay, love you guys.